Hi, this is Rachel, and I wanted to talk about some psychic confusion going on for me lately, and it's really scaring me. When I was a little girl, I was really psychic, and my father and his friends took advantage of me, and they would play games. They would call somebody they knew across the country and ask me what was different or what they were doing or what color whatever was they were wearing, and I would get it right. Now this was like 5, 6, 7 when they were playing these games. And then later on, my father and some of his friends started using the Ouija board, and they would make me use it. And when I got caught trying to throw it away a few times, I would get in trouble. So anyway, that stuff was like, I don't know what it's called, but it was happening. Like me being able to see something was live, like in the moment. But later on, before the Ouija board, I was having these dreams and I didn't know how to interpret them, and I was trying to tell the adults descriptions, but I didn't know how to explain it because it didn't make sense to me, but I explained it the way I could. And the adult that didn't listen, for some reason, all their stuff was destroyed, everything they had, and I was there when it happened. So they were kind of upset and weirded out. The Ouija board was kind of like far in the future, so I wasn't saying anything, like it was years into the future. And it was usually the person who was having me do the Ouija, the message was coming from them from the future. So there was a lot of confusion because I was a child and couldn't explain, hey, you're talking to yourself from the future. And I didn't know a lot of this stuff was going to happen because, it was late years down the road. And then, so anyway, I've seen a lot of beings and stuff, and then I decided to close myself off. I was like, I don't want to see anything. And for years, from when I was like 15 on, I didn't want to see anymore because the games that these adults and my father would play somehow opened a door to these beings that were very physical. They were in this physical world. I don't know how, but they had abilities to cover up their tracks, Like there would be evidence left behind, but you couldn't tell where they came from. There was no evidence of where they were going. So, and it was apparent in a situation where it was snow out, and there was witnesses, this person was there and what they looked like and what they were holding, but then, they went to go look in the snow and there's not even a footprint to that window, but they had left something. So anyway, just weird stuff like that. So I wanted to shut it off. So I've been working on my intuition and my psychic skills for a few years now, trying to open it up. But I've been a little hesitant, like I don't want to open it 100% right off the bat. But I think it was a year and a half ago is when I had my great awakening. And after I had gone through a process of, learning about myself and understanding how I fit in with my abilities and the things I go through by seeing other people like me, usually on the internet, because I don't usually meet these people in person, or if I do meet them, I have to pay for their services. So anyway, lately it's been scary because the ability is more, it's about to happen, but there's no gap of time to think, to process the information. So, there was a situation where someone wasn't happy with me and they had left the building, and it is really unusual that they would still be there or come back in. There's no reason. So anyway, I had this weird feeling after they left. I was like, I feel angry force, and this force is coming through the door. And I was getting really, really nervous and scared. And my mind was trying to rationalize it like, well, it's nobody because this other person left, they're not coming back. And all of a sudden, they're barging through the door, angry as hell. So, which has never happened at all. So, it's like there's no time for the thinking and stuff. But there's been a lot of other things too. Like a lot of these dreams are coming back and they're coming true. But the dreams, there's more like a few week gap. So there's more time to try to think about it and understand it. But what's scary is I don't know how to process or put the information together so that I understand it and how to proceed from there, or what to think. So it's really frustrating because I've been trying to work on these skills, and right now they're scaring me and I don't know what to think. I've been seeing other beings, and other beings are playing with me. They're turning stuff on that you shouldn't. If you're a spirit or a being, you shouldn't have the physical ability to be flipping these switches and stuff and turning things on and then having to actually fool around with it. I have a lot of technology problems. There's no reason why I should have these problems. But then again, when someone else comes around, it works. I almost want to say, hey, don't go anywhere because, I want to use my stuff. So, and there's just been all kinds of weird things. And I'm really scared. It's very scary. I want to be able to process the information for myself to be protected. So anyway, I heard from a different source that this stuff is going to start happening. Now, I've already had my awakening. I got very sick for 3 days, and